Hello everyone, welcome back to Becca's Book Nook. Today I'm going to be showing you guys every book that is currently on my physical TBR. I am so the type of person that has like a million books on my bookshelf and still feels the need to go out to the shops and buy a bunch more books before reading the ones that I already have on my shelf. So the number of books that I have still to read physically on my bookshelf is absolutely unreal. I think the number is sitting somewhere around 25 books on my physical TBR, and then I do have like a million on my TBR that I don't have yet. I might be doing a come book shopping with me vlog, not sure yet, though it is on my list of video ideas to do, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna have time to do it. So for now, I'm just gonna be showing you guys the books that I do currently have on my shelf. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. I am going to be starting off with the classics that I have on my TBR since I do have quite a few. I've wanted to get into reading more classics recently, but I just keep sort of going towards the rom-coms or the fantasy books. That's just always what I'm most drawn to, but I do really want to be getting into more classics. So the first one is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I did try to get into this book not too long ago because it is so short and I figured I could just sort of bang it out in one day, but I felt that I needed to have a little bit more attention put into reading this book because the language is older and I just sort of felt like I wasn't focused enough to get into it. So I am hopefully going to be trying to get into that one again soon. The next book that I have that I'm really wanting to get into is Emma by Jane Austen. I do really want to watch that movie that came out not that long ago with Anya Taylor-Joy because it just looked so cute and so good, and I heard so many good things about it, but I keep telling myself that I can't watch the movie until I read the book, so I really want to get into that one. I have read Pride and Prejudice and Persuasion so far by Jane Austen, but I do want to get into the rest of her work eventually. As an English major, I was kind of hoping I would be getting to more of her work, but we haven't really been reading a lot of actual novels recently. I'm hoping to get into that a little bit more next semester, but yes, I'm really hoping to get to Emma soon. So if you did watch my bookshelf tour that I posted a couple months ago, you did see my collection of word cloud classics books that I have. I've recently added a few more to my collection, so the next pile up on my physical TBR is the remainder of these books that I have yet to read. The only books that I have read so far of that collection are my copies of Little Women and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So the rest of the books that I have to read in this pile are Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, which I've had for literally forever and have yet to get to. Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. This collection of Hans Christian Andersen tales. The Beautiful and the Damned by F. Scott Fitzgerald. A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen, as well as Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Moving away from classics now, I am going to be talking about the romance books that I have on my physical TBR, which are not very many because I've sort of just been reading my romance books like the second I get them, and I just have so many in my brain that I want to buy but haven't yet gotten in a physical copy. But the first one that I want to talk about is Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren, which I just started but have yet to finish. Another Christina Lauren book that I really want to get to is In a Holidays. I probably won't get into this one until like the holiday season because I just feel like I won't be able to properly get into it if it's still like pretty hot outside. Next up is To Have and to Hoax by Martha Waters, which yes, I was supposed to read in August, but I did not get to. I really want to get to it in September, but I'm really not sure if I'm going to with school just starting back up. I'm just really not sure how many books I'm actually going to be able to get through this month. And the last romance book that I have been wanting to read for months and just haven't yet gotten to is How to Love by Catigno. I did find this at a thrift store a really long time ago, and it was kind of before I had gotten into romance books. I really just bought it because of the color. This is like my favorite color, and I'm pretty sure I read the synopsis. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know why I would have bought it literally just based off the cover, but that also is totally something I could have done. So yeah, I've had it on my bookshelf for a really long time and have not yet gotten into it, so we will see if that ever actually happens. Now moving on to my last category, which is fantasy. This is my biggest pile. I bought like a bunch of fantasy books and then suddenly went through my romance phase, and I'm still sort of in that phase. I've been reading a lot of romance lately, and I just haven't been gravitating towards these books, so I'll just give you guys a little look through all the books that I still have to read on my fantasy pile. And yeah, we'll see when I actually get to them. First up, we have Blood and Honey by Shelby Maherin, which is a sequel that I've been wanting to get into for literally forever, and I was supposed to read it in August, but once again, I did not get to it. Next up, we have Dune by Frank Herbert, which I had wanted to read before the movie came out, and now suddenly the movie date is approaching rather quickly in like less than a month, and I don't think I'm going to be getting this monster read by then. We then have A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer, which I had started to read a while ago when I was in the midst of a reading slump, but because I was in my reading slump, I couldn't get into it. So I do want to get to it soon. I'm just not sure when I will. We then have The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert, which has been on this shelf for much over a year now, and it was recommended to me by a friend, and she said it was one of the best books she's ever read, and I just kind of forgot it was there for a while. I was not gravitating towards books like this, but I do still want to read it, so we'll see. We then have The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but it is the first book in the Witcher series. I have watched a couple episodes of the Netflix show, and my cousin bought this for me for my birthday, saying that he was really enjoying the book. So I really do want to get into it, but once again, I'm not sure when I'm going to be in the fantasy sort of mood. So we'll see. We then have Truly Devious, which, yes, is another book I was supposed to read last month. Let's not talk about it. Next up, we have The House of the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, which I've heard so many amazing things about and really am excited to get into. I am hoping to read this book this month. Next, we have this massive book, Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I have no idea when I'm going to get to this book. I'm really feeling like it might not be until like Christmas break or even next summer. It's really big, and with school, I don't tend to reach for huge books like this. Then we have the 2 books in the Eldest Curses series by Cassandra Clare. Yeah, they have 2 different covers. It kind of bugs me, to be honest, but it's fine. The spines look okay together. I'm not really sure why I haven't reached for these books yet. I probably should, but I just really haven't reached for them yet. That's why there's so much space missing on that shelf, because these books are gone. I will get to them eventually. I just, once again, haven't really been in the mood for that recently. So those are the 25-ish books that are on my physical TBR. As you guys can see, I do have a lot of reading that I need to be doing, apparently, and I need to go on a book buying ban for myself. I won't be doing that because I have an Indigo gift card, but I should be doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Comment down below if we have any of the same books on our physical TBRs. I would love to hear what you guys are wanting to be reading soon, this month, or just anytime soon. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more bookish content. I post every Wednesday, and you do not want to be missing the videos that I will be coming out with. Links to all of my socials are down below if you want to go ahead and follow me over there. I would always love to have some more friends over on my Bookstagram or my book talk. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thanks. Bye.